This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the fast and easy way to make a beautiful website. Don't really know what this video is going to be yet. I'm just glad you're here. So anyway, we'll figure out what this video is going to be. Let's just start off easy, shall we? And this like big oversized fit, vintage Levi. So Jesus, a very head to toe almost vintage look today. Kind of minimal, masculine twist. So that is what I'm wearing today. I'm off out to the city to enjoy all of the good Central Park vibes.
With your smile so warm and your cheek so soft, there is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight.
All of the good Union Square vibes. It's a lot easier, I guess, to vlog at home because I don't have to wear a mask. But hey ho, this is 2020 pandemic living, my friends. I go through phases of just wanting to just mellow out to like 40s and 50s music in the loft. It's like my favorite sort of relax Sunday vibe type music. So nice to hear that literally as I exited the train. Like I came up the stairs and she was right there. So I don't know, man, it's stuff like that that really makes you fall in love with New York all over again. And there's just a magic to this city that can't really be put into words. A little bit unlucky on the almond croissant front. We had to settle for a subpar pastry today. Hello one and all, future Tara coming to you live from my childhood bedroom, trying to create somewhat of a cozy atmosphere here. I've got the hoodie on, the hair is washed and drying off, and I was just super in the mood to film I don't know, a review of some of the last roles that I took before I left New York. If you haven't seen one of these videos before, I have made selects from some of the 3 rolls of film that I shot and got developed before I left, and I kind of just like to commentate on them and kind of discuss what I liked, disliked, new things that I tried. Speaking of which, in this particular set of photos I wanted to make a bit more, I don't know, maybe I was just feeling brave. I feel like I've done 2 of these videos now, and I kind of wanted to add in a new element, so I finally plucked up the courage to ask a few people to feature within the photos, just like strangers. I feel like there was a couple of nice moments, street style vibes that I just wanted to capture, and I kind of just plucked up the courage and asked them, and it was a renowned success. So let's just start with one of those. Okay, so this girl was sitting outside my local coffee shop, and her outfit just, you know when you see someone's outfit and it just cheers you up? It might not be your style, but something about it just makes you smile. That is this girl for me. I didn't know whether to pose or not, but I was just like, no, go back to doing what you were doing. You looked effortless and amazing. So this is kind of what we ended up with. And like any photo that I really love, I have been taking 2 or 3 of the same photo just to make sure it's in focus. Also nice to play with the distance to the subject, so I kind of just took a couple of seconds to back up and take another shot. So it's funny how even those small little things I find can really change how the photo comes out. Like the close one has a lot more detail. For some reason they graded really differently, like the lighting situation, or like the tone, the colors look completely different. The close-up one is a lot more green toned, but there's something that I love about the one where I stepped back a little bit. There's like this warm pinkish glow to it. There's more of the flower bed and a bit more of her in situ. Next round of photos I took on election day, so when Biden was like officially pretty much announced. Just capture a few snaps from such a memorable day. Like Brooklyn, the atmosphere was just unbelievable. You would have seen it in one of my vlogs. This was, I think, my first self-timer selfie attempt, or maybe not my first, but my first in a while, and I don't know, I feel like it just captures the mood. I loved this couple. They owned a really cool like Merc or something that were parked up. They were blaring music, and there was something kind of old school, not that I would know much about old school Brooklyn, but there was something really vintagey about their vibe and the music they were playing. It's like this cute couple casually sitting on the roof of their car. There was just something very American about it, something very movie-like about it, and a nice memory for them to have. Everyone that I took a photo of, I managed to get their email so I could send them a copy. I ran up to the roof and took some pictures. The sky was changing so fast, and they're nice, but like a lot of them just missed the mark. I did end up with 2 that I liked. So I liked this landscape shot. There's almost like a downtown LA cityscape feeling to this for some reason for me. I just love the tones of it. I love the way the kind of sun is setting on the buildings. I like the glow from the cars below, having that street perspective with the New York skyline in the background, and I think the wall being there just gives you that feeling of someone like peeking. When I look at it, it gives me that feeling of seeing it through my eyes as opposed to it just being this perfectly unobscured photo. I don't know if that makes any sense, or I'm just making excuses for the photo. I don't know, but that's how I feel. Art is subjective. Happy selfie that I took while spinning around in circles on the rooftop with joy. Wanted to catch, obviously, Central Park in peak fall, and that is what I did. For some reason I feel like I was really going for the neon signage in this period of time. A lot of them came out as duds. This one I feel like almost made it. People enjoying the kind of almost into winter sunshine, enjoying the foliage. Americans love a bit of foliage. I feel like portra didn't quite pick it up. I feel like trees are a really hard thing to make look nice in a photograph, or as nice as they look in real life. This is on the walk down to the pond, which is like one of my favorite parts of the park. This is the entrance that is on 77th Street. So it would have been the entrance that I would enter when I used to live on the Upper East Side. The couples were out in full swing and I kind of took advantage. This was a very quick in passing shot. I loved how she was draped across him. I'd gotten them more towards the middle. I would have probably really loved the shot. However, as soon as I took this photo, I kind of regretted it because I realized the guy was actually upset and they were not having a romantic moment. Moving on. However, this couple, like, this is peak Lovers Sunday energy from this content that I do over on my Instagram on Sunday. This kind of romantic, sexy, I don't know, edit of images and poetry and stuff that I really enjoy. Mostly on a Sunday. I haven't done it in a little while, but this is definitely going to make the cut. Let me tell you, I was sitting there with my croissant and I felt like I was just, this couple was just handed to me. It was peak energy that I love. I felt like I witnessed a really beautiful moment between them. They were both crying. I think they had said I love you for the first time and they were both just so overwhelmed with emotion and they were just kissing and hugging right in front of me, like directly in front of me. No one else was sitting near me. I felt like I was watching my own New York romantic soppy film. Took a picture of them, which felt kind of invasive at the time, but I knew that if I was them, I would want a picture of this, you know, really memorable moment. And again, got to send this one out to them. You are a Gossip Girl fan, you will know the Met Steps. This used to be literally my stomping ground. It's absolutely mad. I was so lucky. I only lived like a 15-minute walk from all of this, and the Met is one of my favorite days out, and it was my first time back since everything has been closed since, like, I don't know, February or March. So it was great to get like a culture day in an actual museum, gallery vibes. That's like one of my biggest favorite pastimes. So it felt like a real moment. Next roll, these are some images, like just a random collection of stuff that I took on a day out in New York. But I liked the kind of closed-inness of the outdoor seating and the buildings, much kind of darker in the shade everything is on the side of the photo, and then that building kind of illuminated in the center just draws your eye like down the path. Compositionally and lighting wise, there's things I like about this photo. I love how New York it is, the fire escapes, the outdoor seating, all of that. But yeah, there's something missing there for me. I wouldn't print this one, and that's kind of what I'm thinking of when I'm judging these. Like, would I sell these as a print? This probably not, but I wanted to test a bit more again how these neon lights would come out and what kind of f-stops that I should be shooting on. I think I just probably shot this on 4.5, but I think it came out pretty clear. Love just how graphic the whole photo came out. It's just this glowing red, very opposite muted tones outside Cell Rose. I think this is more Lower East Side. Very photogenic little coffee shop. Street style attempt. These girls, like, I nearly didn't get them. You know when you're calling someone and they kind of ignore you, or they don't know whether to stop and turn around. It was one of these cases, and the girls went all the way back to the same spot that I initially saw them, and I just thought they looked so freaking cool, and I was just like, I must get a picture of them. The colors they were wearing, the skateboards, this general badassery of it. I was so happy that they agreed, because I thought they were going to say no, but they were so up for it. So borderline Chinatown vibes. There's like a handball, like a popular handball area, and I always find it such an interesting place. It's always such a mix of people, mix of characters, and I really found it interesting that this guy in particular was sitting in the middle of the courts. There was 2 games going on, so he was bang in the middle, like could get smacked by a ball any second. He did not care. He was sitting there half keeping score, half reading his book. He was just so at peace with with being in the line of fire. Really New York scene as best as I could. I think I got one that I'm pretty happy with, where he's sort of in the middle. Oh, I love these photos that I took in Chinatown. It's one of my favorite places to kind of go if I'm just a bit bored of the rest of the city, because I always see something kind of quirky, and just culturally it's like stepping into like another world entirely, and I kind of like that. Love the lighting in this one, and just like the density that you get from it, like the layers of people, the light that was coming through this fish shop. Though I caught a better one on my phone of him like doing his thing that I didn't quite get on film, but regardless, I think the light, the way it's hitting him, his shop, the grittiness of like how portra looks in the shadows. And also the kind of photo that just makes it super satisfying to shoot on film. I really love this shot. This was like, he brought out a bucket of fish and basically I actually felt terrible. The fish were still alive and flapping around, and these group of people were all just starting to kind of huddle and point and just observe the poor fish kind of on their final stretch in the bucket, unfortunately, to meet their demise. For this photo, I enjoyed their intrigue. I think I ended this roll with a rainy shot from 59th Street. This is Bloomingdale's. Again, would have loved to have taken this shot from like the middle of the street, looking more onto Bloomingdale's to get more of a classic department store shot, because it's such a renowned store. The same, love a rainy day in New York caught on film. Love these photos. These are actually from Thanksgiving. Like, this was Thanksgiving dinner. The foggy, hazy wine bottles, wine glasses, veggies on the butcher block table, the cheese, the crackers, the gas stove in the background with no counter space. Very, very New York, small apartment vibes, and I just feel like there's something so intimate about touching somebody's hair, braiding someone's hair. It's such a loving act, and I really wanted to capture this like girl clan moment. So Adele, if you're watching this, had to share this one with you because you're looking beautiful. Love, love, love taking candid portraits of my mates. I 100% want to do like an Ireland version of this, so thumbs up if that's something you're interested in. I don't know if like Ireland would be too boring for you guys. I don't know. Thinking now that I've been away for so long and have such a different appreciation for it, that I could maybe get out there and get some really good photos, because I do plan to go on some road trips and really see places I haven't been before. Also, big thank you to my faithful sponsors, Squarespace. I mean, you should know who Squarespace are by now, but if you don't, or you just need a reminder, Squarespace is your all-in-one platform for everything website related. Basically, if you need to create a website, you can do it on Squarespace from start to finish, from the website name, the domain, all the way through to how your website's going to look. Online store, a blog, a portfolio to showcase your work. You can do it all from the Squarespace platform and get a clean, beautiful, professional and responsive looking website up and running in no time. Also, found out this recently, if you like to make money online, Squarespace actually have a members area, so you can create members only content and generate more revenue for yourself and integrate that fully through the platform onto your website. Genius. You don't have to take my word for it though, try it for yourself. I've got a 2-week free trial where you can play around, see how you like it, with the link in the description bar, or you can just do squarespace.com/Tarmer. And if you like your site and you want to continue using the service, you can use my code Tarmer through checkout for 10% off your future billing. Thanks for coming along and watching me ramble about my own photos. Appreciate you, and I will see you on the flip side, aka in my next video. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Mwah.